Good morning. Good morning. Lanark Live. Falls of Clyde. 7 o'clock, Wednesday morning. Hello, and I hope everyone is well. Q for quality of life. Oh, isn't that gorgeous? Isn't that beautiful? Hello, wee man. Right. Good morning. Wednesday morning. I hope it's Wednesday. I actually don't know if it is. Just trying to work back my dates. So, this morning, Q. We've got to Q in the alphabet. And we've chose to do quality of life. So let's not get quality of life confused with standard of life or standard of living. Standard of living has got to do with money predominantly, whereas quality of life has got to do with your attitude and how you perceive the world and what habits of thinking and behaviour that you have installed in order for the quality of your life to be the way that it is. So, are you looking at your quality of life and craving more connection, more joy, more creativity, more free time? Is the quality of life that you've got, and really I'm going to say this throughout it, quality of life and standard of life are two very different things. Standard of living and standard of life is not what we're looking at here. We're looking at quality. What's the quality of your life? Morning, Willie. Hope you're well. So, quality of your life. Is the quality of your life, could it be better? Are you craving connection? Are you craving creativity? Are you craving more joy? Are you craving more love, more passion, more excitement? So all of these kind of things, if you are craving any of them, could be tied into the quality of your life. And for me, the quality of your life is predominantly around about the quality of your thinking. The quality of your life has a direct connection to your attitude. What's your attitude like? Do you have an attitude that the glass is half empty, or do you have an attitude that the glass is half full? Are you moving towards fullness, or are you moving towards emptiness? Do you construe your environment in a very tight way, where your circle of friends and circle of doing things are very small? Or do you loosely construe and have found ways to manage your vulnerability, manage your fear, so that you can go out and continually challenge yourself in order to live in a more expansive construct and a more expansive way of being, which will then have a detrimental effect on the quality of your life. Okay, so attitude. So before you start, if you are looking, so let's just very quickly abbreviate. Quality of life is not standard of living. Quality of life, are you craving more connection? Are you craving more compassion? Are you craving more creativity? Are you craving more connection, more deep, meaningful relationships? Are you craving love? Are you craving to feel that love that you got when you were in the honeymoon stage of your relationship with your partner, or craving to feel that feeling that you felt when you got that new toy that it seemed to last the whole summer? Summer holidays were endless. Are you craving any of these things? Then the quality of your life could be doing with perhaps getting looked at. And in order for us to look at it, we have to look at our attitude. What is our attitude? Are we projecting a false self, a false attitude? Is pride and ego getting in the way? Is our attitude very righteous, very firm, very tight? So how can we change our attitude Well, that starts by changing our habits, because if we've had an attitude about something for a long time, it's probably then been installed and is now a habit. So we have to change habits, and that's easier said than done, because we become so identified with the habits and the attitude that we have that the false self that's been created by these habits and attitudes has started to have some kind of dominance and started to run the show in some kind of way. Okay, so, and they've been installed at a subconscious and non-conscious level, and it's just really, really complicated, and how our nervous system is then associated to those beliefs, and how our nervous system is then creating a reality based on those beliefs, and how it's all programmed in. It's super, super complicated. But the first step is, with everything, acceptance. Acceptance that the quality of your life could be better. Acceptance that the quality of your life, you want more. You deserve more. You're entitled to have more. But as long as you're caught in limiting belief systems and separated thinking, then you're not going to create a better quality of life for yourself, because you're kind of, oh, that's your all. You know, good old Scottish saying, you've just got to make your bed and lie in it. You know, that's you. You've got your all. You know, that's all you would amount to. You know, good old Scottish sayings. But you do have the power to change your attitude, and you do have the power to change your quality of life. And it can start with really simple things. So, meditation, mindfulness, even mindfulness meditation. Now, I don't mean that when meditating you have to sit cross-legged with your fingers in a mudra. What I'm saying is that you can just take 10 minutes to sit mindfully and have no agenda. Sit, have no agenda at all. Sit, take 10 minutes. You don't need to wear tie-dye. You don't need to wear a Greenpeace t-shirt. You don't need to have, you know, couscous and steamed vegetables at the side of you. You just have to take some time, mindfully sit for 5-10 minutes every day, and no agenda. Just slow your brain down and slow yourself down into thinking and feeling in a more effective ways, right? Reading, but reading not for purpose. Reading not because you're studying, not a magazine and not internet articles. I mean an actual book. So I've got Ben Fogels and now Labradors and Land Rovers. Two things I'm right into. And I have a couple of minutes with that. 10 minutes, again, 10 minutes, that's my mindfulness. I sit and I read, and if I don't understand it, I reread, which is more common than not, me not understanding something. Okay, so reading. The next thing for me, that if you've been following these on the blogs, things that I'm grateful for, well, it's small things. And one of the things that I'm grateful for is showering. I love a shower. I could stand in the shower for ever, right? So why do I enjoy that? And if you followed these vlogs, you may have heard me talking about my brainwave activity and how my brain doesn't produce alpha. Alpha's a state of relaxation. But funnily enough, when you stand in showers, and I never knew this obviously, but I've always liked showers, and it's almost as if I've been drawn towards behaviours, or rather, I've been drawn towards things that have given me a sense of what scientifically I don't produce. So my brain doesn't produce alpha very well, right? I love saunas. Can't get in one of them at the moment because of lockdown. Love showers, love standing in showers. So showering increases, unless you've got a sauna in your house, I'd recommend a sauna. Packed with L-theanine before you go in it. But a shower, stand in a shower, allow yourself to do your mindfulness. Do your mindfulness meditation in the shower, because it will increase alpha wave, fact. And when you've got more alpha, you've got more creativity. And when you've got more creativity, you can think outside the box. When you can think outside the box, you can start looking at creative ways to increase the quality of your life and make the quality of your life better, because we're here for a very short time. What's the average? 70 years and 10, it says in the Bible. That's 70. So if I get to 70, what have I got left? 23 years. I've got 23 years left if I get to 70. That is not a lot of time. So I have spent a large chunk of my life where my quality of life was very, very poor. But funnily enough, my standard of life was good, but the quality of my life was absolutely terrible. I've been very blessed to know and work with people that have got an incredible standard of life. People that have a collection of designer Swiss watches and, Range Rovers and Italian sports cars, and can buy and purchase whatever they want. Their house is lapped in luxury, but their quality of life is in a deficit, an absolute deficit. So the standard of living is way up here, but their quality of life is way down here. Morning, Ann Cruthers, how are you? Hope you're well. Morning, Carol, morning, everybody. So people that can have a very good standard of living, nice cars, kids are at nice schools, go on great holidays, think nothing about going. I know a guy that last year, hope he's not watching, went to Florida with his kids. It was £12,000, 12 grand to go on holiday to Florida with his kids. But the quality of his life, and he will admit this, he's at least 5 stone overweight. He's 5 stone overweight, right? His quality of life is very poor. And what I notice with him is, because of his quality of life being so poor, there's a natural pull towards consumable products. Like, that's it, I'm not going to get on holiday this year because of that, I'm going to go and buy a caravan. It's like 15 grand for a caravan. So, wow, I said, you must be doing all right. It's all right, I'll just finance it. I was like, wow, gosh, right? So then he's got the stress in a downturn in economy to be ticking up a 15 grand caravan that's going to cost him probably between 300 and 500 quid a month. So then he's got the stress of that, then the stress of having to make all the payments on top of his Range Rover Sport that he's bought recently, on top of his hot tub that he's bought. He seems to buy things consumerably in order to make him feel as if he's got a better quality of life. But because I know him really well, he's a mate, he's not a client or anything like that. We talk about how much deficit he feels as if he's in with his quality of life. So, you don't need money to improve your quality of life. You need a better attitude, right? We need a better attitude. We need to improve our thinking. We need to look at our metacognition. We need to look about how we're thinking about how we're thinking. We need to start to take control of our own reality, change our attitude, and start implementing new and more effective habits into our psychology, right? So, where do you start? That's up to you, right? But start with getting vulnerable. Start with, if you're overweight, I've asked a few people to come in the river swimming. I wouldn't get in there. I'm too fat now. Now, what I call changing habits is milestone habits, milestone changes, right? And what I mean by that is when I'm working with a client, right? Come on, Ralphie, on you go, buddy. Good boy, right? So, what I mean by that is that coming down, morning Marcy, right? So quality of life, how do we improve our quality of life, right? Standard of living could be phenomenal, it could be off the scale, you could have a really great standard of living, but have absolutely no quality of life. So I keep bringing it back to what I said at the beginning. Are you craving connection? Are you craving love? Are you craving creativity? Are you craving that romance that you had in your honeymoon phases of your relationships? If you are, then your quality of life could be suffering. and it's time to get back up on that horse and start to do something about it. Now, is that easy? No, it's not easy. So, as I've said to you, milestone habit changers, and this is what they look like. So, I've asked a few people to come down to the river for a swim in the morning. This is what I'm doing. No, I'm too fat to go. I'm feeling too fat just now. Okay, I completely appreciate that, right? Now, I completely appreciate that that's how you feel, right? But if they were to tackle that and they were to come to the river, right, what are they going to get out of that? Well, they're going to get facing a fear, because it's bloody cold in the river, right? It's not an easy thing to do, is actually get yourself in there and tackle that, right? There's social connection. We're allowed up to 8 people, so there could be another 7 people there. We socially connect, we talk, we're all doing the same thing with the same purpose, with the same agenda, no matter what social circles we come from, what age we are. There's guys there at 62, there's guys there at 22, right? I think I'm somewhere in the middle, right? So, by going to the gym, now I'm making the assumption you all can go to the gym. I'm not that arrogant that I know that people are in wheelchairs, they can't exercise. I'm saying that, but I'm going with the assumption that the majority of people that I'm addressing this morning are able to develop these habits. If you are unable to walk in nature, if you are unable to get to the gym because of an illness or a disability, there are other things that you can be doing. But I'm making the assumption that you can. Now, if you go to the gym and you start getting into the gym and you start enjoying it, and you start, even for an example, running on a treadmill, and you'll see how much calories that you have burned while you've been on the treadmill, you do or might think twice. Morning, Ralph. Come on, we'll go this way. Are you going this way? I'm going that way, so I'll walk up through that way. You going to be faster than me, do you think? Right. How lovely. Swing it round, look at that. Here, you're on camera. Look how lovely that is. Now that woman is definitely chasing her joy. For sure. Right, quality of life, changing habits. So, you start going to the gym, you start exercising. The keystone changes are that you start socialising, you start meeting people that have got the same attentions as what you've got. You can start then eating better. So it's when you can change one habit, like a spider's leg, there's many habits that will just take shape after you doing that. So quality of life. It starts by changing your attitude, because what you think you create, how you think and how you see it. We all suffer from the disease of perception. Perhaps your perception of the situation is inaccurate, okay? And maybe you're looking at it that way to make you feel in danger or make you feel scared. Maybe in reality it is a threatening situation. That's why it's always good to have a second opinion. Changing your attitude, changing your beliefs. It's also very helpful to start to install new habits when we're looking at the quality of life. But we've got to admit, just as I'm finishing off, we live in a first world country, right? Okay, with, in my opinion, third world qualities. Okay, because every third world quality, every third world country that I have visited, their quality of life, they don't have fresh drinking water, they don't have places to sleep, they are buzzing with joy, they're smiling from ear to ear. We are living in not only one of the greatest financial deficits that the world has ever known. We've got attention deficit disorder. We are deficit of love. We have got big, fancy cars, big, fancy houses. We've got technology. We've got the best of medicine. We've got an NHS system. But our quality of life is suffering because for the majority of us, we are craving connection. We're craving love. We're craving compassion, we're craving empathy, we're craving a misspent youth that we're never going to get back. So how do we change our attitudes and start to implement new habits, simple stuff? Read a book, take a month, read it 10 minutes every day. I read the Bible, I read it 10 minutes every day, right? Just a wee bit, just a wee paragraph, right? And then I sit and think about it. 2, I shower and I do my mindfulness meditation in the shower because I love showers. Do some meditation and exercise. If you're able, get out in nature, get out, get after it. Exercise changes you physically, spiritually and emotionally. I'm absolutely addicted to this 8-mile circuit that I do every morning. And it's just become a habit, getting up at 5:30 in the morning now to get out and get after it and get it done. It's not a problem, it's not an issue, don't think about it. I love it. So have a fantastic day. Think about the quality of your life. Could it be better? And if it could, what do I need to do in order to get that? Now, like anything, when you're changing any kind of habit or behaviour, it's difficult, okay? It's really scary. Oh, we're better with the devil we know. We're better with the devil we know, aren't we? We're better staying in this situation because at least I know it. Because if I move into anything else, it'll be unfamiliar. But wow, what if it gives you a better quality of life and puts a smile on your face? What if it makes you feel fantastic, right? What if by taking that risk of changing your quality of life into something that's more constructive and more meaningful for you, that you could start to enjoy the remaining time that you've got in this beautiful, beautiful world, right? We're all connected, we're all together in this, and have a fantastic day. Thanks for listening. Think about something to do for tomorrow. Have a good one. Take care. All the best.